The Bizarre Podcast
from The Sun.
It's official. James Dean Bradfield is not a fan of Nirvana. The Manic Street Preacher's genius took time out with Bizarre to talk about his new single, That's No Way to Tell a Lie, which we've got for you now, as well as album track Say Hello to the Pope. Well, don't mind if I do. But the little Welsh smurf, his words not mine, told a certain music magazine that he didn't rate Nirvana and thinks it's unfair they're considered to be rock royalty.
Big Biz Stars.
Slightly disappointed in myself that I kind of perhaps gave that answer. I think what I meant by it was I loved Nirvana when Bleach came out. I thought Bleach was a great album. Then kind of I didn't like Nevermind so much and flirted with In Utero, but never really touched me as much as it did perhaps Richey. It seems funny that we're more accepting of the legacy of Nirvana than we are of somebody like the Sex Pistols. And for me, the Sex Pistols will always mean so much more to me than Nirvana. We just willfully just see more romance in American music than we do British. And at the end of the day, Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols is the holy grail. People have tried to remake it, including Nirvana. I think my answer to that Nirvana question in Uncut probably came out a bit of bitterness of the way that in people's eyes, and definitely this generation, people think Nirvana achieved so much from the Pistols, and I just completely disagree. When you're actually just talking the pantheon of the greatest rock bands, I still think Britain kind of has done it better than America, whether it be the Stones or whether it be the Pistols or whether it be the Clash. There was always this thing when you were growing up in the valleys. I was brought up in quite a political family, and I was brought up to believe that kind of in the quite corny kind of beliefs of discarding religion from your life, that kind of religion is the opium of the masses and all that kind of malarkey. So the song is about your head telling you don't be such a fool, and your heart actually still perhaps wanting a religion, and your brain looking over your shoulder just laughing at your heart, basically. It's just about that ongoing battle, I suppose, really. So there might be something in there for an old Manics audience that they'd connect to in terms of the way it's pitched, definitely. This is my first single off the album, That's No Way to Tell a Lie. I hear you got some love to give. There's a difference between actually wanting to write a song and finding out whether people would ever even need to hear a song about such a thing. And the song basically is quite anecdotal. It's probably the most anecdotal song on the album. And it's about a lady that used to live above me, an old Irish lady. And she became like a bit of a surrogate grandmother character in my life. She was a very colourful character. And she was just always teaching me a lesson. And I remember I was just going to Rome once, kind of on a bit of a jolly. I said to her playfully, do you want me to take a rosary with me? I'll get blessed for you. And she went, said something quite colourful and said, but you can say hello to the Pope if you want to, you should know my name. I just like the way she always shot down my little negative kind of political beliefs with something quite witty. It's just a song about somebody that perhaps learned a lot in life and kind of could always see the humorous side to a po-faced bastard like myself. This is called Say Hello to the Pope. Myself and Nick had discussed, the fact that us doing the solo stuff, if it hadn't resulted in anything positive for the band, it would have been a bit pointless, I think, really. There's certain things that we've both done in each other's albums that perhaps surprise each other a tiny bit. We both want to bring that to the band, And I think that Sean has definitely started writing more music with me, like he used to at the start again, which is good. And I'll probably try and write one lyric for the album if I feel it's appropriate to what Nick's done. We want to do something, just start off as track one with a statement of intent and kind of follows that through. Can't give an album title, but got a couple of songs. This one called I'm Just a Patsy, and there's another song called The Underdogs. We'd hope to get it out next year, April, May, something like that. And it's definitely going to be more of a rock and roll album. It's definitely going to be more in your face, and it's definitely going to be more guitar-led. It's going to be a bit more aggressive, I think.
That's No Way to Tell a Lie by James Dean Bradfield is out on the 10th of July. His album, The Great Western, follows on the 24th.